In 3 days' time, the Olympics are coming to London, but one company that was contracted to help out has failed to deliver. Now, if you were the chief executive of that company, how would you react? That's what we're going to discover in this week's episode. Welcome to Insider Internet Success, the web TV show, where we help you use marketing systems to get more profit, more leads, and more sales out of your business. And in this week's episode, I want to tell you a little story about something that's happening close to home. In 3 days' time, the Olympics are starting to hit home here in London. The opening ceremony gets underway, and we're going to have a ball for 2 weeks. But one of the companies that were supposed to provide security and services, they were supposed to provide 10,000 people on the ground to help with security, are failing to deliver. And just recently, the chief executive of that company, Nick Buckles, said that they're not going to be able to do that. And not only are they going to be able to do that, but his words were, "We regret taking on this contract." Now, if that was you, or if you were hearing that in the public, for example, how would you react? What would come into your head? The fact that this company, that the government is paying over £284 million for 2 weeks to provide the services of security for, and they weren't able to deliver that, how would you feel? Now, think about that for a second. Because if that was you, the chief executive, what would you say to the public? What would you say to the government? What would you say to the Olympic teams to help generate more stability and comfort and security in the country? You certainly wouldn't say something like he said, right? Which is, "We regret taking on this contract," or "We failed to deliver," or "We're not able to deliver." Perhaps you would. You see, what I'm trying to get at here is that there is incredible power in the words that you use, right? And the words that you use can create massive change in your customer, your prospect, or your viewer, your reader's mind. Whatever you say, whatever you write, has the power to transform how they think. So when you're doing your marketing, what I'm getting at here is when you're doing your marketing, when you're writing your sales letter, when you're writing your squeeze page, when you're creating your video, when you're creating flyers and ads and posters and text messages, when you're writing any piece of marketing that you do, be aware of your words, because it's your words that have the power to really just change radically the kind of thing that, you know, your prospect feels, hears, listens, and understands. So I want you to think about this, because we know that words have the power of choice, right? So because words have the power of creating change in people's minds, the words such as "I believe" or "I'm not sure," for example. Let's take a look at that comparison. "I believe that this is possible," or "I'm not sure if this is possible." Which one gives you more comfort, more security, more stability? The first one, right? How about this? "I'm an expert at playing tennis," or "I'm good enough at playing tennis." And both people are trying to teach you how to play tennis. Which one are you going to believe? Which one are you going to really imbibe into you? Which one are you going to follow to learn how to play tennis? Are you going to follow the one that says, "I'm an expert at playing tennis," or are you going to follow the one that says, "I'm a little bit good at playing tennis"? The first one, right? What if somebody says to you when they come to your party that, "You know what, thanks for inviting me, I'm having a really good time." Or somebody says, "You know what, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for showing me such an amazing time." Which one are you going to believe? The second one, right? Because there's more energy, the power's in the words you choose, and the emphasis you put on the words, and the emotion, as my friend Steve Trista says, that you put on the words, allows you to get your message across powerfully, strongly, and better. So here's the thing. I have a question for you, and I want you to give me the answer in the comments, alright? So here's the question. If you were the chief executive of that company, what would you say to the government or to the public about what you haven't been able to deliver and how you're probably going to resolve that situation very quickly? What would you say to them? How would you do that? So I want you to go ahead and leave me a comment in the comments below this video. Just go ahead and write whatever you feel is the right thing to say. What would you say if you were the chief executive of that company? Do that right away. If you've enjoyed this video, press the like button. Please do share it with your friends. You know, I want to keep making these videos for you. I think you're getting some incredible benefit from what I'm seeing so far. So keep adding some value by sharing it out there with your friends. Pay it forward. And I look forward to seeing you in a future episode. So speak to you soon.